Hello there. Today I bring you manhwa recommendations where the female lead gets sucked into a novel. The first manhwa on the list is Divorcing My Tyrant Husband, where the female lead is a modern graduate student who is reading this novel about a tyrant emperor who neglects his devoted wife for his mistress, and so his wife, Robelia, ends up dying cold and alone. Our female lead falls asleep after reading the novel, and when she wakes up, she finds herself sucked into the novel in the body of the Empress Rubelia herself. Now, because she has read the novel and knows Rubelia's fate, she decides to rebel against her husband Alexandros and asks for a divorce, and he outright rejects her. She decides to play the villain to ultimately convince him that she is not suited to be the empress, so he can divorce her. But the more she rebels, the more it intrigues Alexandros because he has never seen this side of his wife. I love this manhwa because the female lead takes her fate into her own hands and is not playing the damsel in distress, which is refreshing to read. Do give this one a try and let me know in the comments what you think. Next is I Am the Villian. We have Lucy, whose best friend has written a novel and she reads it, but then one day she wakes up to find herself in the body of the villain of the novel who is destined to die. Of course, she doesn't want to go through that ordeal, so she tries her best to change the course of fate in her favor while keeping her identity a secret. This is also a manhwa where you see the characters scheming and plotting. All the male characters in this manhwa are gorgeous, and we have Lucy in the middle of the story. While the plot might sound typical, what I love the most about this manhwa is the magnificent art style. It captures your attention and you really start to feel for Lucy, and there is definitely one male character that you'll surely fall in love with yourself. The First Night with the Duke is a funny one. The female lead is a college student and she finds herself sucked into her favorite romance novel. Her character, Ripley, is actually an extra in the novel, so she isn't worried and she decides to enjoy the life of extravagance while the story of the novel unfolds. However, her plan of watching the story from the sidelines falls flat when she gets drunk at a party and wakes up to find herself in bed with the hero of the novel, the Duke. Now, because she spent the night with the Duke, he insists that she marry him, and she tries her best to parry all his advances because it completely changes the whole story of the novel. I love this so much because it is incredibly funny. The side characters are also so much fun, and I simply enjoy the female lead thinking of ways to keep the story on track and have the Duke meet his original heroine. It is brilliant. I read this on Webtoon app, but I believe you can also find this manhwa as a physical book if you wish to buy it. I'll add the links in the description. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.